Welcome to episode 82 of One Up Me. We're going to be talking all about BlizzCon. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? I still think I need to break the habit of introducing the show twice. This is One Up Me, episode 82. I just did it!
You just did it.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so, my name is Ryan. This is Jordan. We talk about video games. But before we do that, what are your thoughts on cereal? I just randomly thought about this, and I have thoughts.
I have some follow-up questions.
You have some to that or to my thoughts?
To your question.
There's no question. Well, is there a question? What are your thoughts on cereal? So your follow-up would be an answer.
No, my follow-up questions are as follows. Killers.
No.
Breakfast.
No, if it was serial killers, okay. I would have said serial killers.
Okay, and you're not talking about the podcast.
Says cereal.
Okay.
And not killers. So they're talking about,
Okay.
That's complete lunacy.
I enjoy cereal. Okay. That's about it.
Wow, you immediately said I've got follow-up questions.
Well, you answered the one that it's not. We're not talking about serial killers. Okay. It's not about the podcast cereal.
This is going to be very short. Here are my thoughts. Okay. I like cereal.
Yes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Honey Bunches of Almonds. Wait.
Honey Bunches of Oats.
No. Wait.
Cheerios.
No, I don't like Cheerios.
The plain ones that are good for your heart.
No one likes those.
I like those.
I almost said Almond Joy.
That's a candy bar. Yes,
it is. It has coconut in it, so that means you don't like it?
I like coconut.
Oh, you like it? You're one of the few. Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I drink coconut milk.
We've somehow... Yeah, but that's different. A lot of people don't like coconut because of the crunch.
I enjoy all forms of coconut.
Okay. We've somehow gathered together in the one place. What is the name? Hold on. I think it's in our cabinet.
It's Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. It is. Just bring the box over here.
Okay.
It's exactly what I just said.
I don't see anywhere on the... Okay.
Post. Honey Bunches of Oats.
30%. But it doesn't say Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds anywhere.
They're celebrating the fact that it has 30% more. 30% more almonds is not.
Okay. 30%. Okay. So I think I do have to concede the fact that Jordan was probably right. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorites too. Super underrated. I ate it like years ago at my grandparents' house for the first time. And I don't know. I think they had the one without almonds. That's the first time I tried it. And I was like, listen, I know y'all are old, but come on. But like a couple years later, probably, they had the one with almonds. And, a love connection started to form with me and almonds. And then one week, I ate almost nothing but almonds. So I'm
just almonds? Like not...
I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but...
almonds are good for you. I will say probably my favorite breakfast cereal is Raisin Bran Crunch.
I like raisins. But, okay, so the reason I brought it up is because while I do like cereal, my computer went off, I believe it has some serious drawbacks.
Like how when you eat too much of it dry, it makes the roof of your mouth bleed?
No, I don't really eat dry cereal.
Dude, I can eat boxes
I like
of
it,
dry
but
Fruity Pebbles.
Okay, so, drawback number 1. It's not filling.
You're not eating enough.
Well, I don't want to eat 4 bowls of cereal, then I don't have any milk left. And guess what? Issue number 2. It takes up my milk.
Okay.
What am I going to buy 2 gallons of milk, one for cereal and one for drinking as a beverage?
Do you pour the cereal?
This is not a question that anybody over the age of 5 would.
Do you pour this?
Clearly, it is. I don't even want to answer this question. The cereal goes in first.
No.
I'm not.
No. No. Because what if I want more milk than cereal?
Then pour more milk.
I always pour the milk first.
No, you don't. You're lying right now.
No, I'm 100%
You're
serious.
lying right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
milk, then cereal.
You're lying.
No, I've done that most of the time.
What do you mean most? You either do one or the other. You don't do most of the time.
No, I switch it up. Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I just do...
Because, okay. So what you're saying is when you're in a hurry, you do the non-asinine thing.
Yes.
That make...
When I want...
You're lying. There's no way you pour the milk in first.
Yes, I'm serious.
That's like a meme. No one actually does that.
No, I do it.
I wish I hadn't brought the subject up. He's laughing like something like Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. Ooh. I don't think he has an actual soundbite, but
fair enough.
You sound like you had another point. Did you have another point?
No, that's just how I like preparing my
cereal. I really wish I hadn't asked this question now.
Does it make you that uncomfortable?
Yes,
when I pour?
It really does.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way.
This is I don't know, like the blank of blank, like it's a quesadilla sandwich, that kind of crap.
No, it's a quesadilla.
That's dumb. And you pour the cereal first.
It doesn't matter.
It 1,000,000% matters. Because one of them is an insane person, and the other is the person who puts the cereal in first.
How are you just now realizing that I am obviously an insane person?
Oh my gosh.
Duh.
Give me a why?
Because I like having more milk than cereal, and sometimes I want just a little bit of cereal with milk.
One, you literally always have more milk than cereal. Milk goes into every tiny crevice of the cereal.
Yeah, but I always...
Weight-wise, you're going to have way more milk. Always.
You're using a small bowl, man. I use big bowls.
You would still have more milk.
I don't know, man. I always have more milk because I pour more milk.
I know you do because you physically can't have more cereal. Weight-wise. Water weight or milk weighs way more than cereal.
That's true. But no, I started doing it once, and I was like, I don't waste...
Your mother taught you wrong, man.
No, she taught me...
She taught you correctly, and then you...
Correct.
Oh, my God.
I just started doing it my own way, because I'd always waste too much cereal, but I'd never waste the milk, because you can drink all the milk.
Or you can eat the cereal.
No, if you pour it, and it gets too soggy...
I really wish
it's over. But you can drink the milk, and it's not going to go to waste. But you can't put the soggy cereal back in the box.
Well, you're going to pour the sweet, discarded cereal milk back into the jug?
No, I'm going to drink it.
But what you're saying makes no sense. Because you're saying, what, are you going to put the cereal back in the box? What, are you going to put the milk back in the bowl? Or back into the carton? You eat it. Because cereal is a tiny amount of food.
Yeah, I waste a lot of cereal sometimes. That's why I don't buy it.
Oh my gosh. I never in a million years thought that I would be living with a milk pour in first person.
You know all the other facts you know about me, and you find this confusing?
Because this doesn't make any physical sense. I'm disturbed. I am disturbed. On a level I have never been disturbed by. Oh my gosh.
Oh well.
I don't know what to say. I think I'm just gonna... What have you been playing? I don't...
Call of Duty Mobile. And I'm getting pretty good at it. Which is pretty nice. I've really been enjoying that game. Also, aside from all the PC problems I've been having, I did play a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare on PC. But heavens to Betsy, does that game have so many updates. I also played some Teamfight Tactics, Riot's, I guess, Auto Battler.
Yeah, I think that's what they're being called.
Game this week.
Auto Battler, or there's another name for them. I can't remember that.
Yeah. So I played that. I think I just played one round, even though
auto chess. Sorry, auto chess,
auto battler, auto chess, and for the first couple stages, matches, rounds, whatever you want to call it, I don't know the actual term of what each little
you
fight.
mean each game or each fight?
Each fight within the match.
Okay,
overall.
I got you.
So, because you get these things that look like dice, but when I tried rolling them, they don't roll. You actually.
I'm putting the Honey Bunches of Oats to the side.
I thought you were gonna.
Jordan eyeballing them.
I thought you were gonna start shaking it. Yeah, so it turns out they're not dice. They're items that you can equip to your champions. And just like the only thing I can relate it to is Underlords that Ryan's told me about here and there, and a couple of YouTube videos I watched that I didn't understand. You get different champions, and these champions, there's Blade Masters and different classes and stuff like that, and ninjas. And if you have X amount of X class, you get buffs, and they do different things, and so you can give.
I don't know if I've ever explained auto chess, but basically, you have a certain amount of heroes, depending on what game it's based on, and those heroes have abilities and stuff. You buy the heroes in between each round. I don't know if I'm. I know Teamfight Tactics is different.
That is correct.
But it's basically at the core it's the same, right?
Yes. Yeah. There's battles. I don't think the board.
You get money in between rounds, and you use that money to buy different heroes, and then if you win there's like PvE events every 5 rounds, at least in Dota.
Correct. I don't know the number of rounds it is in Tactics, but there are PvE events where you get extra gold or items or different things like that.
But I think it does differ in TFT. I think you get to kind of randomly choose heroes out of a big pool.
Yeah.
Not before you even buy them, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Randomly throughout the match, I think when it goes into maybe top, I don't know, randomly it happens.
It happens at the very beginning of the match, right?
Mm-hmm. It happens at the very, very beginning. And then towards the end, you get to randomly. There's like a carousel of heroes, and each person has their chance to pick it, but
you do it at the same time, or is it?
You do it at the same time.
Okay.
You all move your little blob character thing into the middle and select your character, and the character follows you around, and then the mini game is over, I guess, and you go back to building your team.
I only played like one round. I really felt like you needed to know more about League of Legends to play that game, because especially the first round, it seems like such an important thing. It's because you're getting, if you get a good hero the first round, then it gives you a head start. But I had no idea what heroes are good in the game. I don't know if those correspond to heroes that are good in the game in League of Legends, or if they're separate.
I don't know.
So I felt kind of way more confused than I do in Underlords. And complexity, that doesn't necessarily make a great game. And I've heard both, it's opinion. So I was going to say I've heard people say Underlords is better, but I've also heard people say that Team Fight Tactics, is a better game. So, and then there's others.
Yeah, I will say that I did enjoy it, though. Even though it took me a little bit to understand exactly what's going on, I still can't explain to you exactly what happened. I will say one of the mechanics I think is cool is you can always, change the screen to what your opponent's build is. So you can see what units your opponent has, on the deck, on the board, as well as the units that they're buying.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a standard. That way you can try to kind of spec your build out for theirs, or because you're all pulling from the same deck basically.
Yeah.
So you don't want to, if your opponent has all of this one character and there's only one character of that type left in the deck, maybe you want to get that before they do to prevent them from getting it, or maybe you don't want to try to go for it because it might be a waste of your coins.
Yeah. So there is, I don't know about in Underlords, but in Tactics, whether you win or lose, you get more gold based on that.
Yeah, it makes it's similar in Underlords.
So, but I will say I enjoyed it. I would recommend, if you haven't tried an auto battler, an auto chess game, try it out. You might like it. I didn't really understand Underlords. I didn't think it was sort of my thing, but maybe Teamfight Tactics is my new thing.
I mean, maybe. Like I said, I mean, if you don't understand Underlords, I can't imagine how you could possibly understand Tactics. But that's, I mean, it just depends on who you are. As far as what I've been playing, I picked up Metal Gear Solid 5, kind of randomly. That game came out, it's been 3 or 4 years now, I believe. Kojima's left Konami and made a new game by now, so that kind of shows you how long it's been since that game came out. I like it. I already knew I liked it, though. I started it over. Really weird kind of, I don't know, not tangent, but like did you know type deal. There's no way to make a new game, and you have to go into your console settings and delete the save data through there.
Really?
There's no new game tab.
Huh.
Super strange.
That is really weird.
And not in a good way. Not like a funny, quirky Kojima.
Yeah.
Did they, forget to put the new game option? There's no, like, in Pokemon, you have to push 3 or 4 buttons at once to delete some save data. There's nothing like that. I had to look up on GameFAQs or something, and it said you had to go into your console settings, go to the save data, and delete that. So that was very strange.
That is weird.
I didn't get very far. I kind of just got out of the hospital. In the beginning of the game, you were in a hospital. I kind of just escaped from the hospital. I like it. That game's super weird. In the opening bit, there's a big fiery whale and a fire Pegasus. But it's a super, quote-unquote, realistic war is bad shooter. So, yeah, I honestly don't know if I'm going to keep playing it or not, but I do remember liking it quite a bit, and I never beat it. So, and I'm just kind of looking to play another game on my PS4, and I've been playing so many RPGs lately that I don't really want to play anymore. So I thought I'd kind of mix it up there. I picked up Dota Underlords again. It's been a while since I'd played it, probably close to a month. It's changed a lot. The Underlords have been put in the game now, which are kind of like, I could compare them to Commanders in Magic. They're just kind of characters that are always out there, and they have special effects that happen. Sometimes they're always on board, the effects that is, and sometimes they happen depending on what you do, how much mana and stuff you have. So that's interesting. They've added a bunch of new playable pieces that have a bunch of new abilities, a bunch of new types and stuff as well. So I need to go on some websites and stuff and read about that. Let's see what else.
So you're liking the new update?
Yeah, I like it. Well, so far I don't really know any better, honestly. Even though I've played so much of that game, it's been so long since I did play it. I've kind of lost a lot of what I knew. I've only played 3 or 4 matches. I started the day before, or maybe, probably the day before we started recording this podcast. I started playing again for the first time in a while, and I do really enjoy it. I've only played, like I said, 3 or 4. I haven't won yet, but I mean, this is not a game that you win every match. So I got 3rd. That's the best I've gotten so far since I've started playing, but that's still pretty good. So I'm not too upset about that. I am enjoying it. I'm looking forward to kind of diving back into it. I'm probably gonna start listening. There's a Dota Underlords podcast. I'm probably gonna start listening to again. I've got a website that I'm probably gonna start reading again that kind of shows the meta and everything. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I've been kind of lacking in a multiplayer game. Overwatch just hasn't been hitting for me lately. I do have fun in Apex, but that game can still be incredibly frustrating. Besides Destiny 2, this is I haven't really found any multiplayer game that's been that I've really been enjoying. So I'm glad that I have something fresh and fun that I can play. And then finally I picked up Card Thief, which is a Google Play. It might be on the Apple Store, or I'm not sure, but I still have Google Play Pass or whatever it's called. And it is a kind of strategy card game I don't even know what to compare it to. Like, yes, you're using cards, so obviously it does have some heritage in card games, but it's also I don't know. I just kind of tell you what you're doing, I guess. So you're a thief, which is a card, and then basically you're trying to get through other cards that have abilities, like there's guards and there's lights, and you're trying to get through all the guards and without getting caught. And you have like these points, I think they're called sneaking points or darkness points or something. And if those points get below 0, I think it is, you get caught and you lose that round. That's the basic premise. And then you have items that can make your sneaking points better, or they can make the guards unaware, or they can open doors. You get chests and stuff. It's pretty interesting. I'm not super far into it, but I'm really enjoying it. And if you have a way to get it, if you have that Play Pass thing, it does come alongside that. So I would recommend that for sure, especially if you have the Play Pass.
Card puzzler is what I'd consider it. If I had to put it in a genre.
What are you doing with your hair?
I don't know. I'm just playing.
Distracting me is what you're doing.
Sorry, I don't mean to distract.
It's like staring at this man fiddling with his hair.
Yeah, I figured it was better than me fidgeting with a fidget toy.
Do you have a fidget toy?
I have a spinner. I gave a cube to someone as a gift, but a fidget spinner would make too much noise.
Yeah, okay. But I think that's all I've been playing, really. I know Pokemon is coming out in 10 days, 11 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Same thing for the new Star Wars game. So I'll probably pick up the Pokemon game and then the Star Wars game sometime later. Because, I mean, I gotta play Pokemon, when it releases. As long as the game isn't, like, completely trash, I'll play that. So I'm very much looking forward to that. That's it for what I've been playing. We got some opening news, though. Epic Games may be making a service. Here's the thing, though. I could not find this. So I just kind of wanted to say that out loud and move on. I literally, and to be fair, I didn't look past like the second page on Google probably.
That's the end of the internet.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, maybe I just typed in the wrong. I typed in 2 or 3 different search results and nothing really came up. Everything was from probably over a year ago. So I don't know. Maybe I just kind of misremembered something or misread something. And then one more thing that isn't strictly video games. Sony, PC Mag is giving me 1,000 ads. Stop it. Go away. Okay. Well, I was gonna say thanks to PC Mag for this, but no. Sony is apparently shutting down PlayStation Vue, their TV streaming service. So, yeah. If you have that, it's going to be shutting down on January the 30th. There's 100+ million PlayStation 4s out there, so I'm sure more than a few people probably have that. If you are one of these people, or if you know one of these people, just a heads up that it will be going away. So you might want to get a different cable provider or just get Hulu and Netflix.
Well, I don't have to worry about canceling this account.
You just what?
Oh, I don't have to use this anymore.
My mouth is really dry.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have PlayStation Vue?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. The same man who pours his milk first has PlayStation. That makes sense.
Yeah. For some reason.
Why do you have this?
My family likes accumulating streaming service accounts for some reason.
Is this yours or is this one of your other family members that you've been mooching off of?
I think it's linked to my PlayStation account because.
So do you pay for this every month?
No, they pay for it. I just never use it. I think they got it to watch the ball games.
Okay.
So,
oh yeah, that kind of makes. There's other ways.
Yeah, there's ESPN or Fox or whatever place.
No, to get those you have to buy cable, so that does make some sense. But also, I think Hulu has a sports package.
That's what I was gonna say.
So,
but they also don't have Hulu, so I don't really know.
But Hulu's sports package is more expensive. I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot of details. I saw that, and I thought people might want to know.
Yeah, especially for people that just got it and don't really think about it, and then that's just the way they watch.
Well, that's how most people, pay for cable or Hulu or Amazon Prime or whatever, you know. So
they just don't think about it ever going away. So
no, not really. But I mean, there's been so many different ones the past few years. I wouldn't be surprised if some more started kind of going away. You know.
Sony never ceases to surprise me.
Well, okay, so the next quote unquote story, GameBite has which is a website I've never heard of before. But, I don't know where I originally saw this, but this is one of the first results that I saw. Basically, Sony has patented PS6, PS7, PS8, PS9, and PS10.
I'm almost at a loss for words because it's like, wow, y'all are just being real crazy about that name and stuff. But
well, okay, I don't think they're ever going to get near PS10.
No. I think
what do you think? Sorry.
I think the PS5 is going to be the last physical box you're going to have. I think.
Yeah, I think at most PlayStation 6.
And even that, I think it might just be like a service at that point. I think virtual reality will get to at that point by the time PS6 will come out, that it won't be like, forgive my analogy, SAO level.
Oh,
but
I think we're probably 50 years away from virtual reality even being
even that close.
Oh, we're probably 200 or 300 years away from SAO. Minimum. I'm talking about from 50 years. In 50 years, I could see putting on some kind of a headset or something, and I might be overshooting just a little bit. I don't think I'm that far off from being a popular way to play, just to put on a game and play with a controller. I don't think controllers are going anywhere.
Okay.
I don't think Zelda is all of a sudden going to become a virtual reality game.
I was thinking as far as popping a pair of contacts or put on a pair of glasses and have a controller, and everything is right there in front of your eyes. You don't have to have a TV or a mic like that.
But I don't think most games are good like that.
Well, it would still be.
Well, I don't think most games need that.
True. I guess it wouldn't in my.
And TVs are getting bigger.
True. In my description, it wouldn't be like a virtual reality. You'd still be able to play the game. It would just be.
Well, yeah, obviously.
It wouldn't be just you only see your hands. It would just be.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it would just be an
how
easier.
Tekken was, but is that easier? Is that easier than literally picking up a controller and clicking a middle button and play?
I don't know. I think that's a good question.
We're certainly, like you said, the PS6 is probably, if there was one,
I think
7 years away.
Yeah.
You think in 7 years people are going to be so ingrained in virtual reality?
Yes.
And that it's going to be so cheap that they're just going to pop it on their head?
Cheap? No.
Well, people don't buy things unless they're cheap.
I didn't say it'd be good virtual reality. I just said it'd be.
But you're saying that.
I think in 7 years, let's say 10 years max, because
there's no way the PS5 lasts 10 years. There's no way.
You think it's gonna last 7 years?
I think, yeah, that's how long this console lasted, and the PS3.
I think the PS5 is gonna be the
PS6, whatever comes after the PS5. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think the PS5 is gonna be the bridge into virtual reality land.
No, I think you're dreaming.
Like a big push.
PS VR by far sold more than any other VR unit. The PSVR sold nothing. A literal, like a drop of water in the Olympic swimming pool. That's how much PSVR sold.
What'd you say before?
I'm saying the PSVR sold way more than any other. PSVR sold more than, I believe, all other VR units combined.
Gotcha.
It still sold nothing. Zero, basically.
Gotcha.
Compared to compared to the PS4.
Yeah, that's what threw me off.
I think it sold a couple million maybe, and there's over 100 million Now, I agree that Sony is they still want to pursue PSVR, and I believe it's going to be more popular. But you're talking in 5 to 10 years, it becoming basically as ubiquitous as the PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Well, you didn't say hope. You said predict.
That's what I'm hoping and envisioning and predicting that it will.
Okay,
it
see,
will be
you're hoping, predict are incredibly different things, and you're using them interchangeably.
That's right. I'm putting all my eggs in this basket.
I don't want that. Do you want that? That sounds no.
Virtual reality?
Do you want every game to be virtual reality?
I want a majority of them to be virtual reality.
Why?
I don't know.
Seriously, why?
I honestly think just because.
I mean, most don't need it, and that's an expense that you don't need to spend. And if all games are virtual reality, you're kind of forcing people to purchase something that they may not be able to afford.
True. I do agree with that. I think it's just I either want real life to get cooler.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I know. So I think that's why I'm pushing for virtual reality.
I mean, I won't say that virtual reality isn't cool and has a lot of potential, but also and it also has potential in things like stargazing or concerts or movies or sports. So it definitely has things. Watching a presidential speech.
True. I didn't even think about that aspect of it at all. But
yeah, it has massive implications, and I do believe where we're gonna get where you're talking about, where a lot. I don't think a controller and a TV is ever gonna go away.
No, I like having a controller.
Yeah, I don't think having like a T. Now it might be different than the one that's behind us. It may be in the wall. Yeah. It may be a projection of some sort.
Projections are pretty sweet.
Yeah, my brother has a projector. It's really nice. But I don't think that's going away, and it's certainly not. VR is certainly not going to become that popular. It would have to increase by literally 100-fold.
Also, it would have to become more affordable.
Yeah, and I don't really know if it's going to become more affordable or if it's going to get more expensive.
I mean, at least from the PC side of things, it does look like.
Or maybe it'll be both. Like in phones, you can spend you could spend like $2,500 on the new Samsung phone.
Yeah. Or
you can spend like $200 on a phone. So it could do like that, and then there could be like an in between. So
I would like to see some budget options for VR. In the future.
PlayStation VR kind of is the budget version, and it's $300 or $400.
Dang, I guess it's true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, so while I see what you're saying, I think that you're a bit up on your time frame. I also probably am too, but I think it's going to take minimum a decade before it becomes anywhere in the ballpark. Like, I think let's say what you're envisioning is a football stadium full of 100,000 fans, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's the popularity. I'm envisioning in 10 years, like a hockey stadium, which is still a lot of people, like 5 to 10,000 people.
That was my next question. Is a hockey stadium smaller or bigger than a football stadium?
That's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it's not a football stadium.
Okay, I got it.
That's just my 2 cents. I could be way off. I don't know. We were talking about the Sony patents, PS6 and PSN. Yeah, I don't think. It seemed like you agree with me. I don't think that they're gonna use. I think they're just. They just want to get PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so no one else does in case. I don't know. There might be an app called PlayStation 6.
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know.
I will say I can't wait to see Sony's 100-year anniversary. That'll be cool.
I don't know when they came out first. Or when they first came to market. Nintendo is well over 100 years old. Moving on to something I can't wait for. Overbuff, the Overwatch stats website, has tweeted out, quote, "Breaking news from Overwatch Press Q&A Season 19 will have 12 map pool. Horizon Lunar Colony and Paris are not in that pool." So, if you don't know what this is, Overwatch is now having a rotation of their maps, and 2 of the most annoying maps Horizon Lunar Colony and Paris, at least for Season 19, are not going to be in the game at all. Apparently, Will also said, quote, there has been some confusion on here and Reddit. What this means is that Horizon Lunar Colony and Paris will not be in Season 19. Not that they are being removed or revamped, which I kind of thought that they were going to be removed altogether, and I was excited, but apparently not. There are 21 maps available at the moment, and in Season 19, only 12 will see use. It'll rotate per season, end quote. I'm definitely hyped about this especially because Paris and Horizon Lunar Colony are awful. I don't mind Horizon Lunar Colony as much as a lot of people, but I hate Paris. It's just, you're trying to get through this tiny choke point, and people are playing Torbjorn and Bastion and Baptiste, and it's just very, very difficult it's a very difficult map, especially offensively. But it will also be nice to see a map rotation. It'll maybe help keep the game interesting. I don't know if it'll be enough. There's been some more news. I don't know if all this news around Overwatch will be enough to get me to come back. But it's a nice little thing, especially because of those two specific maps, and especially Paris. Really, I don't know. I know you don't play as much Overwatch as me, and that's really saying something because I don't play much right now.
I just find myself more interested in the lore of Overwatch. I want more comics. I want more shorts.
I was about to say, what lore? There hasn't been
exactly
in lore in 2 years.
Yeah, I want more lore because I really like the story of it, but nothing gameplay wise has really drawn me back yet.
Yeah, there's just it's had a lot of problems.
There's just nothing. It just feels, after playing Apex and other first-person shooters, multiplayer games and such, it just feels very slow to me, and I don't know.
It feels slow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The move.
If it feels slow to you, it's never gonna get any better.
Yeah.
They're never gonna change the core gameplay.
Exactly. So
I can't believe it feels slow to you.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
So slow.
Overwatch is probably one of the fastest games that there is. So I don't. You go play Sonic.
Yeah, so
that's
maybe.
great. I mean, there are games that it's fast in a different way, though. It's
like you'll have a good team fight, and then you'll reset and push the card.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I just like, after playing Destiny and Apex and what's the other one? Like back when we played The Division, it's pretty much just like
The Division. That's not a fast game at all.
Well, I'm just talking about like boom, here's action, sort of a thing, And so I definitely like that about those games more than. But who knows? Maybe I'll get back into it. But there's nothing. It's just nothing's grabbed me by the scruff yet.
Okay. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I don't know. I haven't really been enjoying the game. I played a little bit the other day, and I didn't really enjoy myself. So I understand, at least on a base level, that the game can be frustrating, and it's definitely not always fun. Definitely.
Did you see this tweet from Red Barrel Studios?
Yeah, I've randomly ran into it. If you don't know, Red Barrels, they are the makers of the Outlast series, and they tweeted what looks like a picture of two people holding hands, and not in a romantic way.
Yeah, it seems so. I've never played either one of those games, but it definitely seems like it's a man holding either a child's hand or a woman's hand, maybe.
Yeah, the hand's looks like some kind of a bracelet on it.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the type of chain that dog tags would be on. So maybe it's something.
It's kind of hard to tell. It's really anybody's guess if it's
true.
I mean, I don't know. It could be the same man holding his own hands for all I know.
Who knows?
And then above the picture it says announcement coming soon. So that has a lot of people getting hyped about whatever this can mean. A lot of people like these games. I didn't realize that it had been 2017 was the last Outlast game.
Really? Wow. They have never really been on my radar.
Well, do you play horror games?
Not particularly.
So
no.
Yeah, I mean they wouldn't be on your radar then.
Yeah, so it's definitely maybe I'll get into whatever this new one is.
I don't play a lot of horror games. I do play some. I played the Resident Evil games. I played Doki Doki Literature Club. I played Prey. So I like horror games, but I don't love them. There are certain horror games that I do love, though. I definitely will say.
Blair Witch was kind of interesting, though. I kind of wanted to play
Did you play that?
I didn't, but I've thought about it. I think it might be on Game Pass.
It is. I think it came to Game Pass the day it came out, the day it launched.
Cool. Maybe I'll play that.
You could definitely give it a chance. I mean, even though Spooktober is over, I mean, you can always play a horror game.
That's right.
Jordan, do you want to play your 3DS games on your Switch?
Sometimes.
Well, according to a DualShocker story, I mean, you can't really do that, but Nintendo is saying that they want to put 3DS games on the Switch.
They're just teasing us.
Which is still pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
So I thought we could kind of talk about for a second games that we would want that to be done to or with or something.
Okay, let me go back in time, back in my mind palace, and see what games actually exist for the 3DS.
Pokemon.
Fair enough.
Mario.
Okay.
Zelda.
You're just naming off Nintendo properties.
Crash Bandicoot. No. But those other ones.
Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, that'd be cool.
No, that's not Nintendo property.
I wish we could get a remake. That's beside the point. I wouldn't mind a Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or...
Those aren't 3DS games.
Damn it, that's right. What is a 3DS game that I own? What is on my... I almost want to go grab my 3DS now and see.
I mean, you got the Pokemon X and Y games. You got Majora's Mask remake and Ocarina of Time remake. You got...
Dang it, Black and White was DS, not 3DS.
That Metroid game that came out. You got... I think they remade the first Metroid. All those Professor Layton games. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of 3DS games.
Sorry, I'm thinking about what I have in my 3DS. There's Smash. What else?
Do you still have Smash for 3DS?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Why? Do you have the physical version?
Yeah.
Why do you still have that?
I made bad life decisions.
Throw it away.
Yeah, I probably should.
Just throw it in the garbage.
Right now?
Yes. Go in your room. No, not right now.
I do not know where it is.
That's okay. Okay. Speaking of Smash, I saw where Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is now the highest selling fighting game of all time.
What?
Yeah, I think it's over 15 million sold.
That's impressive.
I thought it would be a little higher than that for it to become the highest. But yeah, it beats Street Fighter 2.
I wonder if my fight stick will work on my Switch.
I don't think you want to use a fight stick for Super Smash Brothers.
Probably not. I'll just use my Pro Controller.
Pro Controller or GameCube controller would probably be better.
That's true. That's probably going to work best.
But there's a lot. Apparently you forgot all of them.
I will.
But let us know what 3DS games that you would like to see on the Switch, because there's a lot that I like. Although I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. WarioWare Gold is one I like to see, which is kind of I believe it's a collection of the WarioWare games. Detective Pikachu. I would kind of like to see that just because that way. I always want to get rid of my 3DS, but there's still several games I want to play for it. Then again, I love my 3DS, so I don't know if I want to get rid of it.
I don't want to get rid of mine because I got gifted a 3DS, and it turned out to be somebody's grandchild's 3DS.
Wait, you have a stolen 3DS?
No, not anymore. I re-gifted it.
Okay.
But I transferred...
So someone else has it, somebody stolen.
No, it was...
Or you gave it back to the person.
No.
No?
The story goes, this grandma gave it to me because her grandson left it at her house. And then I re-gifted it to someone because I got a new 3DS. I got a 3DS XL. So I didn't need the old 3DS anymore, but I transferred the accounts over, which turned out to be one of those old school Nintendo ambassador accounts because it was...
Wait, you have an ambassador 3DS?
Mm-hmm.
Don't those get free games and stuff?
Not anymore, but they used to, yeah. It's like a huge category, a huge library of like SNES and NES games and such. So
wait, what? They got SNES and NES games on the 3DS?
Maybe I said that wrong.
I mean, those are games from 1995.
Yeah, that sounds about right then.
Why would you... What?
Yeah, it's like the original Donkey Kong, the original Zelda.
The original Donkey Kong's from like the 70s.
Yeah, so...
Those games didn't come out on the 3DS.
I know, they ported them. They put them on... They put them digitally. I'll just have to pull it out and show you.
I mean, some of them they did, yeah, but I don't think that they released the games specifically for the 4 people in the ambassador program.
Apparently, there's a lot.
I mean, they definitely released some at NES and SNES. You're right about that, but I don't think. And maybe I'm just. To me, it sounds like you're saying that they released a bunch of games specifically for the very few people.
No, not a ton. And also, I didn't show my 3DS that much love, and I'm very not versed in what exactly is on there. But I will say that I think they released probably, I would say, 10 to 15 games in the lifespan of the Ambassador program that you got for free.
Honestly, we just looked it up, and it seems to be true. As Jordan was reading it to me, it actually makes complete sense in Nintendo's completely deranged, insanely unbusinesslike minds that, oh yeah, we're going to give 6 people all these games, but we're not going to sell them. And like that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to sell these games that would sell 5 million copies apiece. We're going to give them to 4 people who are in this part of this weird program. Okay. I guess. But yeah. Okay, so we got a release date for Neo 2, which I'm excited about. I did not play the original one, but no, I'm sorry, I did not beat the original one.
That's what I was going to say. I played it.
Yeah, but it is coming out on March the 13th, 2020. So if you're a Neo fan, get excited about that. And then finally, in the opening news, probably should have talked about this when we were talking about Overwatch. There's going to be a new BattleNet app that's supposed to make the app or the BattleNet experience just more
better.
More better. Yeah, thanks. Just better UI and stuff. So keep an eye out for that. You're supposed to. I think there's a beta coming out. Yeah, it says right here on Blizzard's website that it's going to be starting today. So anyone who has opted into the Battle.net beta system that they have will be able to try it out. They don't say when it is going to be coming out. I will say that it definitely looks cleaner than Battle.net does right now. One thing that I kind of wish that they would do with Battle.net is let you delete apps.
What do you mean?
Like, the icons are always there. I don't play StarCraft.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Hide the things
yeah,
on the side.
Or hide them. That would work too.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. At first I was like, what's the Battle.net app installed on your phone? Like, I think you got the wrong one, man.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I get what you're saying.
I don't play. Yeah, the games I don't play, it would be nice if I could delete them or hide them or put them in another folder or something. But it doesn't say if you're able to do that here. It looks like you can't.
Okay.
But I will say it does look cleaner. It seems like a lot of apps or whatever you want to call those have been getting updates. Steam just got one.
User interface.
Yeah, Steam just got one. Steam looks so much better, by the way, now.
I think it looks better than GOG.
Yeah.
It's very sleek.
Although, on the other hand, Rockstar just came out with the launcher, so I don't know.
It's anybody's ball game.
Better looking launchers, but now we have 1,000 launchers. So 6 dozen of what? 6 dozen, half dozen, 6.
Baker's dozen.
Why not? That's not what I'm trying. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Let's move on to some new games. First up, the long-awaited Death Stranding that is going to be available on the PS4 November the 8th, and it is coming out on PC sometime. Did I just hear something?
I think so.
I swear I just heard. Am I going into...
No, I heard it too. I just didn't want to be like, oh my god, there's a noise. But I think it's just somebody outside either getting murdered or drunkenly coming home.
I thought it was some kind of electronic.
No, I think it's just a neighbor going up the...
But that is going to be coming to PC sometime next summer, but not now.
Yeah, I need to
Are you going to play it?
Death Stranding?
Yes.
Yes, I will be playing.
I'm very interested in it, and it's getting good reviews, although not all around great reviews.
I did just pre-order Pokemon, and I did just buy Modern Warfare. So
why didn't you bought both Pokemon, right?
Yeah, man.
That way you can trade with you, because I'm not trading with you.
You think I'm gonna? No, I'm not trading my unicorns.
Good. I'm not gonna trade my poke. What do you would say?
No, this isn't what you do. So, for those of you that are excited for Death Stranding, it's finally here. Unless this is all a ruse and the game is actually not real at all.
No, it's real.
I know, it's real. So, moving on. Mario and Sonic Olympic Games is out now for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, the only game on our list weirder than Death Stranding. Also, like we just said, the new Steam design is out now. I cannot believe how much better it looks than it did. The store still, I don't think it got much of an update, if any.
No.
But the library, honestly, like Jordan said, might look better than the GOG 2.0. Yeah. But then again, you can't integrate Battle.net and Steam and Epic and Origins onto Steam.
There is that option where you can add games into Steam, though. But you got to go into like the files and find the executable and add it in like that.
Oh, that sounds no.
Yeah, Valve makes it much more complicated.
As of now, I have 2 launchers installed on my desktop. I've got Steam and GOG. Those are the only 2. And also, I have the Xbox Game Pass beta thing, but that isn't on my launcher or on my desktop. It's on my taskbar.
So just to politely correct you, you have other launchers installed. The icons,
yeah, I know that. I know.
Just the wording might throw people off.
I don't have a shortcut installed.
Correct. There you go.
Scumbag. Also, Neo 2 that is getting a beta, and that is going to be available now if you want to get hyped for the new game coming out next year.
Lord of the Rings Adventure Card Game is out now for the Switch.
You getting hyped, Jordan? You gonna play Lord of the Rings Adventure Card Game?
Dude, I'm gonna become a pro on it. I'm gonna modify my Switch so I can stream it on the YouTube.
Do you like... I think you can stream through the Switch.
Can you?
Yeah, I think you need like an Elgato capture thing or something.
Dude, just tape it to the back. I like the sound of it.
Do you like Lord of the Rings? The answer is yes. Yes. Do you like card games? There has never been a stronger yes. So, the question is, when are you downloading Lord of the Rings, what's it called? Adventure Card Game for the Switch.
Tonight.
Yeah, there we go!
Tonight.
Let's go. I don't know if it's free or what, but it's available now. Next up, a game that could not be any different, Just Dance 2020. It's available on everything. And when I say everything, that bitch is coming out for the Wii. So go get Just Dance 2020.
Need for Speed Heat is available on November 8th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Dude, I think it might be coming out for the Wii, but not the Wii U.
Oh, Just Dance?
I think so.
Yeah, you're correct on that.
That's hilarious. Because you know they've done research and figuring out who's still buying games for the Wii.
Oh, Just Dance has been selling good?
Oh, man. Next up, the formerly Microsoft exclusive Super Lucky's Tale is coming out on November the 8th for the Switch.
This seems like a really old port to be putting on the Switch.
It's not that old.
It came to Steam in 2011.
No. This is a Microsoft exclusive game.
Maybe I read that.
This is an Xbox. That's an Xbox One game.
I was doing research really early in the morning, so I might have been.
I mean, I don't know, but I also know that this was an Xbox One exclusive.
Now I gotta look it up and see, because I am really curious.
And then finally, one of the longest game titles I have ever seen in my life. Layton's Mystery Journey, Kytrial, and the Millionaire's Conspiracy Deluxe Edition. November the 8th on the Switch.
I think that might be the longest game title I've ever seen.
It's one of the longest for sure.
So, back to the background update of
Going back to back.
Super Lucky's Tale. It came out on Xbox One and PC November 7th, 2017. And it is coming to the Switch, like we said, November 8th, 2019.
See, you're telling me something I already know.
I know. I'm just telling you.
2011. Like, I don't know literally everything about video games. But back to the Layton's game. Did you ever play the Professor Layton games?
I always thought they were stupid.
Wow. Just throwing shade left and right. This man. Throwing shade at me. Throwing shade at whoever makes Professor Layton games.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I think they're stupid.
I always thought they looked kind of cool, but I never played them. They're like puzzly mystery games, I think. I'm not sure though. moving on to some more news. I don't know if you guys know, but BlizzCon just happened, and there was quite a bit of news coming out of the big events. So, after one of the worst years in the company's recent history, Blizzard was looking for a win at this year's BlizzCon. A combination of many bad decisions put them in a corner, and for many, it seems they may start to be sneaking back in. Also, I want to thank Dustin Bailey at PC Gamer Inn for compiling this list of information. I did watch it, but there's some things I missed, and I definitely didn't write everything down. So thank you to them. So, firstly, Blizzard President J. Allen Brack came out during BlizzCon at the very beginning, actually, on the main stage to make a comment on the recent events surrounding Hearthstone Pro BlitzCon. Brock said, quote, Blizzard had the opportunity to bring the world together in a tough Hearthstone esport moment a month ago. We did not. We moved too quickly in our decision making, and then to make matters worse, we were too slow to talk to all of you. When I think about what I'm most unhappy about, it's two things. The first is we didn't live up to the high standards we set for ourselves. The second is we failed in our purpose, and for that, I am sorry, and I accept accountability, end quote.
Wow. Well, that's really, really big of them to actually come out and just say that and just be upfront and transparent about it.
Of course, some people are like, oh man, they're just saying this to get good press. But, I mean, I watched him and he seemed at least somewhat genuine. And also, what are they really supposed to do? People are pointing out to the fact that they didn't rescind the punishment. But I kind of think that they already took some of it away and they don't really need to do anything else. To me, this seemed like a legit apology, and they gave his money back. So while, yeah, it still sucks for him, there's not a whole lot they can do, I don't think. They can't look weak.
True. It's they've got the rest of the show they need to move on with. And shortly after Blizzard showed off a 3-minute cinematic for the upcoming Diablo 4, to no one's surprise, Blizzard spoke of the combination of previous Diablos. They said the upcoming game will have things like the PvP of Diablo 2 and things like Seasons will be returning from 3. The game also seems to be darker in tone and more of an RPG focused than Diablo 3. The release of the game, unfortunately, is still a big question. While Blizzard did mention current generation consoles they have now and said the game is still a ways off, so hoping for the holiday next year may be disappointed. For more information on the game, Blizzard released a small gameplay peek and cinematic, plus Forbes had an article on the loot system that you should definitely check out.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in this game, I definitely recommend watching the gameplay, watching the cinematic, and reading this article, especially if you're super interested in it. We can link those in our show notes. Jordan, what did you think about this?
So Diablo is one of those things where I want to get into the world, but even though I think they gave away Diablo at some point, I don't know if it was on sale.
I don't know.
Who knows? I can't remember.
I played it on PS4 and on Battle.net.
At a time, I liked Diablo 3 so much that I considered getting it on the Switch just so I could have it on the go.
Yeah, I've heard the Switch port is great.
But I think I'm just gonna dive right into Diablo 4.
I think I'm gonna finish Diablo 3 before I do it, but I don't think this game's about to come out, so I think I've got time. Yeah, but what did you think about the gameplay and the cinematics and stuff?
I think they looked really good. I was grateful enough to be able to just catch little bits here and there, and I'm really grateful for the articles that people have compiled so I can actually digest BlizzCon when I'm at work.
Did you watch the cinematic?
I haven't. I saw the gameplay. Haven't seen the cinematic.
So now Jordan's seen the cinematic like he was supposed to do before the podcast. And before Jordan says his piece, I just gotta say, Blizzard knows how to make a damn cinematic trailer.
Yeah, they do. Holy.
Yes.
Krispy Kreme. Like, wow.
Dude, can you imagine Blizzard making a Netflix show?
I want Blizzard to.
I mean, that thing that looks like it costs so much money to make.
Probably. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how much.
I feel like
money.
there'll be like Game of Thrones levels of money per episode.
Oh yeah.
It looked like it honestly cost maybe $1 million to make that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I know animation is expensive as hell. I also know that I could also be exaggerating, but it looks incredible. Go watch it. Go watch it. I mean, we even watched the World of Warcraft trailer, and that's also amazing.
Blizzard, you can stop making games.
No, you can't. Don't start. Don't listen to this idiot.
Just become a production company.
I mean, they have their crew that make this. That like it's not the same people that make the games, you know.
I need their crew to do it more often.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it.
It would be awesome.
But what do you think about what was actually in the trailer?
I think I need to go play Diablo 1, 2, and finish playing 3.
Yeah, there was some rumors about Diablo 2 being remastered, but that seems like it at least for now, they have not announced it.
And then I had to play Diablo Immortal before Diablo 4 comes out.
But what do you think about the trailer, the contents and whatnot?
So I couldn't tell who they summoned.
Yeah, it would look like a Diablo's daughter, maybe, or something.
I think they kept saying the name Lilith.
I don't know. I know Lilith is the siren from Borderlands. That's the only Lilith I know.
Lilith, in biblical sense.
Oh yeah,
she apparently, some people believe she is the first woman.
Okay, I feel like that sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's the first woman that was in the garden with Satan, and then God, I guess, essentially was like, "Nah, I messed up.
Okay,
You're evil now."
Lilith sounds familiar. I don't know the exact story.
She's pretty much like the embodiment of like pure evil. Like
okay, she looks BA in that trailer.
Yeah.
It looks like you're supposed to be. So I don't really want to spoil this trailer, but basically this insane-looking demon woman ends up getting summoned by this group of travelers, and maybe you're supposed to stop her. She's the final boss of the game or something.
See, I was thinking of the other aspect of that. I just, what is it? Oh, I thought maybe it work for her, and it'd be like the opposite.
Diablo is the bad guy in those games.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the bad guy in those games.
I understand that. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're not going to be like one of the people it's just like in Diablo 3, you're not one of the people who accidentally summons Diablo. I think it's what happens in that trailer.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, maybe, yeah, you're just kind of...
But I thought maybe they'd turn the game on their head with this one, and you work for this...
You always have...
Demon man lady woman.
You always have such strange predictions.
I know. None of them ever
How'd
happened.
that even work?
Not my job.
I mean, she came in and she killed well, she didn't... They just kind of... Watch the trailer. It's incredible.
Yeah, I was about to just dive right into the juicy details of the trailer.
It looks... Oh my gosh, it's so good. It definitely... They speak about how they kind of want to go back and make the game darker. And this definitely looks very dark.
It looks way better than that other game that had Baldur's Gate.
I don't, you think it looks way... What do you mean?
I think the cinematic...
I don't know. So. I mean, I think I agree that it looks better. I don't think it looks way better, though.
Like I was speaking about previously, Diablo is a series that I like, but I've never really dove into it.
I mean, we were so young when the first couple came out, and then I played 3, so that's kind of my history with it.
And I'm kind of mad at myself for being that young, but it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I had no control over the matter, but I still wish I would have.
The first 2 came out in the 90s, and we were both very young, so what can you do? But moving on from Diablo 4 to Diablo Immortal, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if I remember, I guess I'll come back to it. So, as far as Diablo Immortal goes, Blizzard has released a gameplay trailer on the Diablo YouTube channel, which looks fairly similar to his PC counterpart. So far, the game looks like an action RPG where you roam around areas new and old, killing enemies, collecting loot, taking part in so-called world events, and using the new ultimates. Those hoping to tie themselves with the upcoming mobile game will be disappointed to hear that the game, unfortunately, still has no release date or even a window. You can, however, pre-register now on your phone's App Store or at the official website, DiabloImmortal.com.
I pre-registered.
Oh, did you?
Yep. Because
I
why
didn't,
not?
But, yeah, I mean, it's not like in pre-order. You have to, you don't have to pay for it. I think that they did a really good job not talking about this on the main stage.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Can you imagine how many deaths there would have been if they would have just gave us a Diablo Immortal release date and said not a peep about Diablo 4?
0?
I think probably at least one. Just one.
Suicide?
Heart attack.
Heart attack. Fair enough. I mean, that would have been a massive mistake.
And they can't afford any more of those.
No, they really couldn't. I think that they did kind of what they needed to do. They made at least a somewhat, I think, sincere apology, and they've announced some good games. I do actually, after watching the gameplay footage on YouTube, I think it looks pretty fun actually.
I'm probably gonna play it maybe once a week. I'd say
they showed the Demon Huntress, which is one of my favorite classes, in action. They showed some cool world event where there was looks like a carriage being pulled by skeleton. Oh my gosh, skeleton horses.
Ooh, I do love a good world event in games.
Yeah, and there's a new ultimate system, so that looks kind of cool. I think mobile games have been getting better and better over the past couple of years or so. I mean, the mobile game I'm playing right now.
Yeah, there's entire countries that only play mobile games.
That might be true. I don't know, but
I just know they're really popular, and
they are popular in Japan.
Yeah,
and America.
Exactly. So
So I was pleasantly surprised with what I saw. I'm actually kind of disappointed that they didn't have a release date, but you can still.
You can still pre-register. That's
you can pre-register.
There's nothing wrong. I think it's maybe one of those things where they're like, "Hey, it's coming out tomorrow."
Yeah.
There you go. Enjoy.
I don't think that is the case.
Probably not. They'll probably give us a month.
Yeah, they'll probably give us an exact release date. It's a pretty big mobile game.
Moving on from mobile to PC as we continue with the big surprises from BlizzCon, it turns out the seemingly endless leaks of Overwatch 2 were in fact true. After showing a couple trailers, Jeff Kaplan, game director on Overwatch, revealed some details on the upcoming sequel. Unlike the first game, Overwatch 2 seems to be focused mainly on PvE. Things like story modes and other, quote, highly replayable modes will be at the center, but that's not all. Alongside the PvE comes big updates to UI, new engine, new maps, new heroes, and a new mode called Push.
So, Jordan, did you watch the trailer to the Overwatch?
I did, and it was
nice!
Freaking fantastic!
You watched the trailer.
I even politely asked someone to...
Go home.
Well, no, I said, 1 moment, please.
Oh, snap.
Like, I was deep into the trailer, and I was like, I don't want to pause this. I'll be right with you. 1 moment, please. So, it is epic. I straight thought that they were going to kill Winston.
Dude, I did too.
And I was like,
if Winston dies in a damn trailer.
And I was like, Harambe meme? I was like, please. I was like, if Winston dies right here. And I was like,
I'm going to cry.
I was probably going to cry. But
What is that?
That's my crying
That's
laugh.
not a normal cry.
Yeah, I think
that's a Winston dead meme cry.
Yeah, it's like a funny, also like this is sad, sort of a thing.
Okay.
So, this trailer was epic to say.
It was pretty hype. I'm not even gonna lie.
I like how it was just May's like Tracer Pulse Bomb. Oh, okay, cool. Just casually throwing out ults.
I hate May, but yeah, it was a cool. Genji was also really cool. He's got a new hoodie on, and he's looking even cooler than normal. And Reinhardt's got a top knot, which makes him look a little douchey. but Reinhardt's still cool.
It did give me some tingles in my grundles.
Yeah, I feel like the characters are. I don't want to say they look a little more mature, but they look. I mean, they definitely look different. Maybe a little more mature. Maybe that is the right word.
Maybe a couple of years older.
I don't want to say a darker because that's dumb. I don't think that's a good way to put it, but they definitely look a little different. I'm not super hyped about the PvE modes. I will say most of the things leaked by Metro seem to have been true. No word on whether or not it's going to ever become free. So that might be wrong, but I will say that all those ability things were true with upgrading by levels, and you're going to be able to use items that you kind of find in the world. It looks cool, but I need to know more to know how much better it's going to be than just a better version of what the PvE that they've been doing.
Yeah, because if it's just another Junkenstein's Revenge or...
Yeah, I'd seen that, it kind of, from the very limited what I've seen, and I watched some streamers play, but even the streamers that played, they only got to play one map a couple times, and that was it. So I don't know. There's going to be more stuff besides what they've announced, I'm sure. And there could be. They claim it's going to be, quote, highly replayable. So I'm not sure what that means. I don't know the price point. I don't know when it's going to come out. So there's still a lot of questions that we do not know the answer to. But they also they announced something called Push, which is a new PvP mode that is going to be coming to both Overwatch and Overwatch 2. That is one thing. I don't think they actually said, but I kind of got the feeling if you buy Overwatch 2, you get Overwatch 1, basically.
That would make sense.
I don't think that they said that directly, but they mentioned that the updates, the PvP updates will be coming to both. We could talk about the new push mode here in a second, but we do have a little more information before we get to that. The new UI and engine updates seem to be mostly aesthetic, and there to make the game cleaner and easier to understand. There's going to be like new UI for Mercy's healing and stuff like that. The other reveals are much more important. Blizzard revealed new maps such as Monte Carlo, Toronto, and Gothenburg, which I believe is in Sweden. I think it's Torbjorn's hometown. Plus a new mode called Push, in which two teammates try to get a robot to push their objective further than their opponent. New heroes such as Sojourn and Echo were also teased, with Sojourn actually getting what looked to be an in-game model, but it was not stated when they would be coming. No release date was given for Overwatch 2 either.
I really like the fact that we finally get Echo in action.
Yeah, you just kind of see her flying around, but you don't. That's about it.
That's all I needed to see, man.
Metro was right when he said that no new hero would be coming, but they did mention that multiple heroes were coming with Overwatch 2, although they didn't say who they would be and if they would come before Overwatch 2 or exactly. They didn't mention a lot. What did you think about the new push mode?
I think it'll be interesting. It will definitely be something different rather than just let's sit on this cart and push it together.
Yeah, it's good. It'll be good to know that they're going to be less 2CP maps. If you don't know, those are the maps like Paris that they're going to be rotating out. That pretty much everyone hates. I think it looks cool. I haven't seen a whole lot about it just because I think they released Toronto for some people to play and release footage of, but that's about it. And I think it was some Euro Overwatch videos talking about how good and how good it is, how good of an idea it is. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. It looks like a very open map. It's going to be very different. Kind of like a tug-of-war type situation.
I definitely like the way the new game looks. I wish...
Yeah, it's pretty.
I don't know if it's just they have better technology now than when Overwatch originally came out.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd even say it looks better. There are parts about the new UI that I don't like. When you get shot, like the screen flashes red.
Yeah.
I do not like that. I really need to, I think they should take that out.
They probably would.
It seems very, but I mean, it seems like a kind of a way to let people know accessibility, I guess would be a good way to put it. But I just think it's super distracting, and it's not like Apex Legends where you're like trying to pick out where you got shot from. If you get shot in Overwatch, you probably know where you got shot from. You know?
It's clearly in front of you.
Or you can. Well, no, that's not necessarily the case.
That's true.
It's pretty easy, or it's pretty common to get flanked. So, or Widow could shoot you from different angles. But I think it's way more distracting to have a big red flashing thing on your screen. So maybe, at the very least, they could turn it down or give us the option to take it away.
I'm sure the option will be.
When I saw it, I was like, oh no. It takes up like a quarter of the screen.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was pretty obnoxious, actually.
I'm sure there'll be an option to turn it off.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I guess I was almost hoping for more. And I just didn't get exactly what I was looking for because when I played this game, 2 or 3, I think it's been 3 years by now, I fell in love almost immediately, and I kind of was just hoping for an excuse to fall in love again, and they didn't really give it to me, and that makes me kind of sad.
I think you gotta move on to the next girl.
I don't think she's here yet. I'm not ready to let go of Overwatch, and I doubt I will, at least anytime soon. Not completely, but maybe I just need to. I played a little bit, but before a couple of days ago, it had been probably a month since I played. So maybe I just need to continue to take a break and try to come back. They've made some good strides, and I don't know what else they could do, honestly, but I haven't thought that much into it, and also I'm not a game developer. And, I mean, maybe selling Overwatch 2, selling millions of copies of that can bring some fresh new people to play, because there's just so many trolls and so many throwers. I will never understand throwers. I don't understand. I don't understand if they're getting, like, I'm not even trying to be, like, gross. Are they getting sick? Are they getting off on this? I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. So, I have hopes, but I don't want to get them too high. I think that's about all on Overwatch, though. We do have some Hearthstone news. So, as usual, the popular card game was given a new set titled Descent of Dragons and a cinematic. But this year, Blizzard had a little more up their sleeves. Hearthstone is now being turned into an auto battler similar to the popular Teamfight Tactics and Dota Underlords. You will use various heroes and cards from the game to defeat your opponent. One thing that is different is you will use cards instead of the more figure-like characters in other auto battle games. The new game mode will be available in early access now for those who pre-order the new set, and on November the 12th for everyone else. So you're going to get into this now? You're going to wait instead of Teamfight Tactics? Or you're going to what?
I honestly don't know. Honestly, this is going to sound crazy.
It's going to sound crazy!
But the fact that they use cards instead of little characters makes me know.
You love cards more than humans and puppies.
Not more than puppies. Not more than puppies. I thought about going to the Humane Society the other day. There's a page I follow on. Did you just get an ad for the Humane Society?
I think I just deleted the notes.
No, you didn't. They're right here.
I didn't. I exited out from the notes on my end.
Oh, that's fine. Just come over here and read mine.
I could just open up the notes again. It's no big deal. Continue with your puppy story.
Oh, that's really it. I just followed a Humane Society in our area on Facebook, and they post cute pictures.
Why are you on Facebook?
I don't have an answer. I plead the fifth. I don't recall.
I understand what you're saying, and I do kind of wish that they would add figurines.
Little doodads, little fighters.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that.
I like watching them duke it out.
I'm definitely going to try this, though. I like Hearthstone. I stopped trying to actually play it probably 5 years ago. I didn't really... I don't know. It costs a lot of money. What do you want to say? To keep up with the meta. And I feel like if you... That's one thing that physical card games have over...
You can resell physical card games.
That's also true. But also,
what are you gonna
easier
do?
to find someone... I don't like talking to people online, really, because... I don't know why. But it's easy for me to go talk to a buddy about what the best new Pokemon set is. Also, this actually kind of goes back to you can't sell games. You can't buy singles in Hearthstone.
God, no.
Which, I mean, you can use, I think they have a system where you can turn gems into cards or something. I'm not sure. But it's not like, that's one thing I liked about Artifact, is you could buy and sell singles. I guess I still don't know why people didn't like the way that game was set up.
So I guess I have to download Hearthstone. I am going to have to buy a new hard drive. Dang it, I'm running out of space.
Hearthstone is not exactly a big game.
It's like a 30 or 40 gig game on the phones. Maybe I'm exaggerating.
There's no way 30 or 40. That's like your entire phone.
Okay, now I got
30 or 40 on your phone.
Excuse me, sir. My phone is not
maybe
that small.
3 or 4.
Now I gotta look it up because I'm really curious.
But I am interested in this definitely. I like auto battlers, and I would like to. I'd like to try a new one, and I love Blizzard's aesthetic. That's one of the best things about Hearthstone is you really feel like you're in a tavern, kind of playing a card game against a physical person almost.
I was very wrong. At least on mobile.
It's 500 megabits. I'm calling it.
43.78 megabytes.
Wow, you were... Yeah. 43. Yeah, it's not that big. It's not that big. It's a card game.
That's true. So
it's a very nice card game. So I'm going to be downloading this on the beta on November the 12th. You want to carry us out with the BlizzCon news?
Yeah. Last but not least, WoW is getting a new expansion titled Shadowlands, where players will now travel to another world to join new factions, new weapons, and more.
Okay, so I don't know anything about World of Warcraft. I've never really tried to play it. I think I tried to play it once, years and years ago, when I didn't really have internet. So I don't really have anything to say about this, except I thought that we watched the trailer, and I thought the trailer looked badass, and it made me want to play it. I honestly, at this point, Overwatch 2 might be. That's how good of a BlizzCon I thought this was. I think Overwatch 2 was my least hyped thing.
So I've talked about my background of WoW before.
Have you? I know that you've played MMOs, but I don't know if you've ever told me about playing World of Warcraft.
So I never was able to play WoW because, if I remember right, I think this story... Mom, correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah, my mom listens to the podcast. So...
Oh, man, we need to delete some stuff.
It's fine.
Yes?
So, I was at a babysitter's house back when we had babysitters, and I was playing WoW. And then when I was getting ready to leave, I was like, oh, I don't have WoW in my house. That sucks. And then it turned into this thing of, I can't play WoW at my house because they thought the subscription was going to somehow make me into a Satan worshiper.
You mean they thought the game?
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of like the weird Pokemon stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I couldn't play WoW at home, but I've always really wanted to, and I don't know why I never really got into it.
They're one of the only games that can get away with charging a $15. You can play... That kind of goes back to last week's Fallout 76. You can get a World of Warcraft subscription, or you can pay $13 to get quote-unquote private servers in Fallout 76 that don't work.
They definitely make the game accessible to new players now, though, from what I've seen.
So high. I'm not even into World of Warcraft, and this looked so cool. It looked like looks like you're gonna go to the afterlife almost.
I thought what I got from it is it's open up a dimensional rift, and it's gonna be
to the afterlife.
See, I didn't think that. Maybe I was thinking maybe it's gonna be a little futuristic, not like flying cars or anything, but maybe a little more advanced civilization than the world they're in now.
No, I should have said this. What I'm saying is a fact.
Oh.
Yeah, I was reading stuff about it and watching. I think Tim the Tap Man, and I think he was talking about how it looks. that is where a lot of like angels and demons and stuff come from. Is that dimension? So yeah, maybe I shouldn't say fact, but from what everything I've read, that's what this that's what everyone is speculating. And I think that sounds cool. It almost makes me want to go play Classic and work my way up. I just don't want to spend a subscription model.
You don't even have to do that.
I know.
They just let you get to end game like that. I'm gonna be doing some more research on it, and I may. I
can't justify a subscription model at my current salary. You know, so
that is true.
Maybe in the future.
Subscriptions is how they get you, man. It's like the Trojan horse. They're like, surprise!
It's not a Trojan horse. You're just buying a horse. Trojan horse would be like, I don't know what, but not a subscription model.
Sometimes you forget they're there, okay? And they get you.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
They get you.
Okay, let's move away from BlizzCon, though. And on over to Ubisoft.
The French developer seems to be the next big company on the crossplay train, according to an article by Polygon chief executive at Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot, told investors.
Yves, I think it's Yves Guillemot.
Got the last name right at least.
Yeah.
So he told investors, quote, "Our goal is to put crossplay on all the PvP games that we have, in brackets, this time," end quote. This makes sense as Ubisoft is one of the biggest PvP developers with games like Rainbow Six Siege, For Honor, and The Division series selling millions of copies. Guillemot said that the process is, quote, well underway.
Okay. First off, is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
You think it's Ubisoft? Because you said Ubisoft. So
yeah.
I think it's Ubisoft. And
I've heard tomato on this.
The reason I think it's Ubisoft is it's ubiquitous software.
How does the president say it, though?
He probably says Ubisoft.
That's how I'm going to say it then.
Like freedom fries. Wait, no,
that's right. He is French, so it works.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, that's not Japanese.
This makes a lot of sense to me. Wait, what did you say? You said it sounds Japanese.
I'm like, that doesn't sound Japanese.
No, he's French. This makes a lot of sense. Like it says here, Rainbow Six Siege, For Honor, The Division. These are all millions. All these games have sold millions of copies. They're multiplayer, so they want to get. They want to be able to play with each other. That way, more people will buy the game. Recent games like the new Call of Duty, yeah, is crossplay, and there's rumors that Apex is going to go crossplay, and these are some of the bigger games in the multiplayer arena. So it would make sense that Ubisoft would want you to be able to play them across platform.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense because at the end of the day, crossplay done well is a selling point.
Oh yeah, crossplay is a big selling point.
That is literally on the top 3 list of why I bought Modern Warfare, so that I could play with friends that are on other platforms.
Yeah, if Apex Legends ever goes crossplay, I've got several people that I'd like to play with, so that's a big selling point. And Ubisoft has not been doing great this year. You know, one of their only big selling games, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, has received a lot of backlash. They've pushed back a lot of their games for like another year on some of them. It seems like, although to be fair, they didn't give an exact date. They just kind of gave a fiscal year. So that's a big deal. So they're just trying to make more money, I guess, talking to investors and whatnot. We do have some more Ubisoft news, this time about the recent release of the aforementioned Ghost Recon Breakpoint and the broken state the game is in. In a blog post this past Monday on their website, Ubisoft lays out a plan to get the game on a better track. For starters, they are going to fix the bugs and glitches that have been plaguing the game since launch. Ubisoft released an update this past October the 15th to fix some of these, with 2 more going live in mid and late November. Secondly, the upcoming events Project Titan and the Terminator Live event are still coming, with Titan coming in December and Terminator shortly after. I don't know why I stopped.
It's okay. I was thinking about how Terminator is in everything now.
I swear, dude, he's in everything.
Isn't he coming to Mortal Kombat 11?
I think he might already be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Maybe so.
Back on track. Finally, Ubisoft is planning on fixing the game's economy, adding AI teammates, and adding more nuance to the game's loot and survival mechanics. Although they do not specify exactly how. Ubisoft is known for bringing games back from the brink, like Rainbow Six, The Division, and For Honor. These were all games that were on their last leg, but thanks to Ubisoft's persistence, they were able to get better and eventually thrive.
Well, they are pretty damn good about that.
Oh, they are. They might be the best in the world at that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't ever play For Honor, but I swear I own it on multiple things just because they were here you go, it's free.
They still support that game. Mm-hmm. That game was DOA when it first came out. Excuse me, Rainbow Six. That game was a broken mess when it people, and now I think they have tens of millions of people, which is absolutely a Cinderella story for the ages. So if anybody can do this, it is Ubisoft.
Yeah, they did. They've done they have a really good track record, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing in the future. So, it's been a big week for EA News as the company has announced, canceled, and confirmed several projects. Starting with Respawn's hit Apex Legends. In an article by Tech Radar, it has been revealed that Apex will follow in the footsteps of PUBG and Fortnite, coming to the most popular platform, your phone. Although EA Chief Executive Andrew Wilson stated that the game won't be out until next October at the earliest.
You gonna get Apex on the phone when it comes out?
There's a lot going on in Apex. As far as...
I thought you were going to say, I got a lot going on in October in 2021. So...
I mean, there might be a weeaboo thing I'm going to. Maybe if it's in the same location.
In literally 2 years you have this planned?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it's 2019. And October 2021 that's a little less than 2 years from now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I probably don't have anything planned. I'll probably download it. But who knows? I might not even be playing that game.
You are a Modern Warfare mobile god.
I am pretty good on there. It's you start running people with knives. I mean,
I downloaded that game when it first came out, but I have not played it once yet. I kind of want to play it though.
I've probably played a dozen matches.
I've been thinking about doing. I've got it on my board. But I don't know if I'll ever do it or not, but I kind of do want to do a series where I talk about good mobile games. And this is coming from someone who historically does not play mobile games, so.
You going to talk about Cut the Rope?
Cut the Rope is a great game.
Flappy Birds.
Is that the good one? No, Flappy Bird is bad.
Yeah, Monument Valley.
Monument Valley is great.
Dude, I'm still stuck on that water puzzle.
Feels bad, man. I'll have to show you how to do it. I'm stuck now, so.
Yeah, I feel like
you gotta take a break and look at it a different way and whatnot.
I even turned my phone upside down and couldn't
I accidentally turned my phone upside down once and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, so moving on from new games to canceled ones, it's been revealed by Eurogamer and Polygon that NBA Live 20 and a new Battlefield will not be coming this year or next. NBA Live has been having trouble for years, especially since the dominant 2K franchise came to prominence. According to Polygon, this is the fourth time in a decade that NBA Live has been canceled.
Yeah, NBA Live's not doing hot.
I guess not. I forgot they were even making them. So.
Yeah, I played one several years ago, I think, and this was around the same time that I was kind of in the midst of playing the 2K games. The NBA Live games are so bad compared to like, say what you will about the NBA 2K, I know they have their problems, but gameplay-wise, they're so good. And gameplay-wise, NBA Live is so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty much 2K or bust at this moment in time.
Oh, yeah. As far as... It's kind of... Even though technically they're not the only game in town, as far as they kind of are. A lot of that honestly has to do with the camera angle, too. I think it's patented. I'm not sure, though. 2K has this kind of behind-the-back, over-the-shoulder type angle. Whereas the last time I played NBA Live, but that's been years, so I could easily be wrong, it was super far away at a side angle, and it was way, way worse. So I just don't. Honestly, I don't want to say they should give up, but I mean they've canceled the game 4 times in 10 years. That's bad, and I mean it can't be cheap to make these games.
No, probably not. I bet they'll come out with the anniversary edition next year for like $80 and then cancel it. Paid DLC, you know. Over on the Battlefields, Eurogamer has reported the announcement by EA that the popular first-person shooter will not be receiving a sequel next year. Instead, the next game will be released the fiscal year of 2020.
Fiscal.
Thank you. Fiscal. I almost said feces. The fiscal year.
Fiscal
year of 2020. According to industry...
2022.
2022. Yes. Reading. According to industry insider Daniel Ahmad. Did I just say I'm mad instead of...
I don't know. I'm gonna...
These could put the next game anywhere between April 2021 and March 2022, leaving Apex Legends as EA's primary FPS until then.
Yeah, I didn't really think about this. Apparently, I think I know this, just never thought about it, but Battlefield doesn't come out every year. It comes out every other year.
I guess that's true.
So it came out last year. It's not coming out this year, and he's saying it's not going to come out next year either.
Dang. I will say I really enjoyed playing Battlefield 3 on PS3.
I think that's one I didn't like. I'm not sure.
There was just something about being able to throw down C4.
Maybe it was Battlefield 4. I don't know.
Yeah, I just liked being able to throw down C4 and be a demolition expert. That was kind of fun. So, finally, EA revealed some more mixed news. Website Push Square reports EA will be releasing, quote, exciting remasters, end quote. IGN says EA expects to have another Star Wars game before April 2020. And BioWare tweets, quote, today marks 10 years of Dragon Age. This year, we're excited to join the community's party on December 4th and celebrate a decade together in the world we all love. See you on 12/4 for Dragon 4 Age Day. They spelled age with a 4, end quote. Leading some to believe an announcement for the anticipated sequel awaits. Although, it is important to note, Daniel Ahmad also tweeted, quote, EA says the new Dragon Age from BioWare is in development, but won't likely be until after FY22.
That's fiscal year again?
Correct. So, after April 2020.
2022.
2022.
Oh my gosh.
I am stuck on 2020, man. It's right around the corner. So the jury's still out on EA games.
Yeah, they've had a very up and down week there.
I feel like they're just either taking Silly Putty and writing stuff on it and seeing literally what sticks to the wall, or they're all just really intoxicated and just pulling stuff out of a hat like a magician.
Well, they've always, canceled a lot of stuff. A lot of people will constantly complain about EA. And, some of it is a good reason. I will say this Dragon Age, it's very strange to see that this guy saying that Dragon Age is years away, and then we're getting this Dragon Age Day thing. But to be fair, that could just mean that they're announcing some more stuff about Dragon Age. And that doesn't mean that Dragon Age is, coming out in a month.
True. It definitely seems like everything's still up in the air as far as the new Dragon Age title. So, it'll be interesting to see what comes in the future for that. But that's it for all the big news. We made it.
Yeah. Pretty big news week.
Yeah, tweet us at One Way Podcast to let us know what you think. What's your favorite news?
BlizzCon thing, BlizzCon.
Yeah, BlizzCon, BlastCon. Just let us know what your favorite news of this week was.
Yeah, let's move on to the deals though. First up, we got Epic Games. From now to the November 7th, you can get Soma and Costume Quest. Then from November the 7th until the 14th, you can get Nuclear Throne and Ruiner.
Huh. Also, if you got a PS4, you can, or just any PlayStation really, I'm sure.
No, you can download them only on PS4.
Yeah. PS Now for November is going to be Neo and Outlast 2.
Yeah, and that's 3 months in a row of great games. It's insane.
Yeah. I feel like someone's going to be getting fired soon for giving us all these fire games. They're like, Oh, yeah, you guys leave early. It's fine. I'll put the games you set up there. Upload the good games.
Although it almost feels like Outlast 2 should have come out last month.
Yeah, spooky.
Exactly. Games with Gold has also released their games. We got Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter, available from November the 1st until the 30th on Xbox One. The Final Station, available from the 16th until December the 15th on Xbox One.
I hope that's a train game.
I don't know, it could be. About dying, the final station.
I really do. I'd like that'd be a mystery on a train. That'd be cool.
Also, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, available from the 1st until the 15th of November on Xbox One and Xbox 360. And finally, Joyride Turbo, available from the 16th of November until the 30th on Xbox One and also Xbox 360.
Moving on to the Twitch side of things, Twitch Prime this month will get you Sword Legacy Omen, Planet Alpha, Turmoil, Dialect Bundle, as well as Darksiders 2.
I've heard Darksiders 2 is good. I don't know if I've ever heard of any of the rest of those.
Dude, Dialect Bundle is the best game ever.
And then finally, PS Plus is having a double discount sale, so go check that out. So, it is time for the Game Informer quiz show Metacritic thing. I thought I had Metacritic open. I swear I did. Let me reopen it. And let's spin the wheel. What do we get? It's going to be Dragon Age Origins. Jordan, we actually just talked about Dragon Age.
Okay.
Actually, I love the original Dragon Age.
It is pretty great. Ranked 141 out of 300. It is going to be coming out for... Actually, it's out. Future.
It's been out for a while.
PS3, 360, PC, and it came out in 2009. BioWare's fantasy RPG was all about conflict, interpersonally, and with the Darkspawn. Politics and turmoil made you agonize over being a hero in a chaotic world.
Okay, so this next one, or this review, has a pretty high 1 out of 10. I just like this one because of how simple it is. I could not get into this game, no matter how hard I tried to like it. The game graphics are horrible to look at, even at max settings. The battle is slow and boring. The story might be good, but I could not deal with the other issues to get into it. 1 out of 10.
Wow, I want to agree with him, or her, or them, or whatever, but you didn't tell me what you didn't like. I can't agree with you. I can't fight your battle with you, Timmy.
1 out of 10.
What,
1 out of 10.
That's how I'm going to start acting in life.
0 out of 10.
Out of 10.
I love how they're like, it's not a 0, it's 1. I wouldn't want to give it a 0.
Man.
I just liked how, I don't know where you got the 1 from.
1.
You're like, so you like a 7. 1 out of 10.
What?
I love the ones that have, like, they come out of nowhere. Oh. Like, they don't complain that much. It even says it has a good story. 1 out of 10. 1.
I hope that person has a profile. I would love to read some of their other reviews.
I mean, I would love to read all the reviews of the people I read on here.
It's like, what's your handle? I want to follow you if you just keep reviewing shows or games. So.
All right. Let's move on. I do want to once again shout out. I have Games Cubed. It's a blog, quote unquote. It's on Medium, and it's on the Amino Apps video game section. I have been writing something on the Twitch versus Mixer thing. I'm probably gonna throw a little bit of YouTube gaming in there for good measure. I'm hoping to be done with that by the end of the week. It took me a little longer to get to try to find something I wanted to write about, but I think I finally have something, and I'm enjoying writing about it. Hopefully it'll be good and people will like it.
Nice, that's awesome. You can check out Subtitled wherever you listen to podcasts. That's my anime podcast, and the first episode's coming out soon.
Oh, first episode's coming out, baby! My throat hurts so bad.
Oh no.
Okay, so we also want to thank the people who music and whatnot, and logo and whatnot.
That's right. Thank you to Heath Brothers for the music and Alicia for the artwork. We appreciate y'all. You help make this show be a little bit better.
Yeah, and then also you can follow us on social media. Follow me at Ryan Divisions, Jordan at Swaylock. Also, you can follow the podcast at
Wannabe Podcast.
And you can also follow the podcast on Instagram.
That's right, at Wannabe Gaming. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a rating wherever you listen to the show. We really appreciate it. Subscribing is free for those of you that may be new to podcasting. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the show.
Yeah, you can listen to us over on iTunes, Spotify, or just anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, we're on YouTube, so you can listen to us on YouTube.
Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. We appreciate your support. And that's really it. Have a good week. See ya.
Play on!